You love anime, but what tops this list of the best anime series ever made? Top anime series include shows like Death Note, Attack on Titan, and so much more. The blanket term anime in the US can refer to any animation originating in Japan, and specifically differentiates a few aspects of Japanese animation from more Western styles. This list collects the best Japanese anime series of all time. Set in an alternate timeline, the series focuses on how the former Prince Lelouch VI Britannia obtains a power known as GEASS, and decides to use it to obliterate the Holy Britannian Empire, an imperial monarchy and a superpower that has been conquering various countries. Critics have praised the series for its large audience appeal as well as the cross-conflicts shown among the main characters and the moral questions presented. It's filled with so much action, bombastic dialogue, and has such eye-catching visuals that it tops the charts in entertainment value. This is an exciting and epic anime, and it's over the top. For some people, the plot, characters, and music alone is bad enough to make the show unwatchable. For others, the high action, flashy animation, and drama will be more than enough to make the show a favorite of all time. Bleach is an interesting and strange anime adaptation of the Japanese manga series of the same name by Tai Kubo. It's a rather complicated series, but basically it's about 15-year-old Japanese high school student Akiko Kurosaki and how he goes from being able to see and interact with ghosts to fighting evil spirits called hollows and saving regular spirits from halls and other bad guys, girls. The series truly begins when Akiko has an unexpected visitor in the form of a petite female soul reaper, death god, named Rukia Kachiki. This series is a really great anime for a lot of reasons, including the following. Bleach has a large and diverse cast of characters, and each one is unique and interesting with very defining personalities that prevent them from becoming two-dimensional and bland. The animation is fluid and the studio know how to bring Tite Kubo's manga series to life well, and the character designs are also well done and improve as the series went on. The comedy. Though it's a mostly serious series, it does have a lot of comedy to break things up and lighten the tone. Naruto is currently the up-and-coming big thing among anime fans. It tells the story of Naruto Uzumaki, an adolescent ninja who constantly searches for recognition and dreams to become the Hokage, the ninja in his village who is a. The series is based on a one-shot manga by Kishimoto that was published in the August 1997 issue of Akamaru Jump. The story is absolutely beautiful. You have epic fights combined with deep emotions and unpredictable story changes that will blow your mind. Fairy Tail, another battle shonen anime to join the glorious world of anime. Adapted from the manga written by Hiro Mashima of the same name, Fairy Tail follows the adventures of Natsu Dragoneel, teenage wizard, who is a member of the popular Wizards Guild Fairy Tail, as he searches for the Dragon Meal. Fairy Tail is quite an interesting and promising series at the beginning. The plot lines are decent, being well thought out and fairly well executed. All in all, Fairy Tail is often enjoyable, but how much you enjoy it depends on how high your expectations are and how well you take it when the series doesn't meet them. Sword Art Online is a terrifying but beautiful story of a boy named Kirito, who is stuck in this virtual video game in which no player can leave until the final boss is defeated. Throughout the game, if one were to be killed, the player would also die in the real world. The story and characters grab your heart and drag you along an emotional roller coaster full of ups and downs. The animation is detailed, smooth and colorful. Sound effects and quality are good. One thing that stands out is the soundtrack. It is absolutely epic. It is, at times, so beautiful it can be distracting. If you like anime and video games, you need to watch this. Dragon Ball Z is the sequel to the Dragon Ball anime and adapts the latter 325 chapters of the original 519-chapter Dragon Ball manga series created by Akira Toriyama. Dragon Ball Z follows the adventures of the protagonist Goku who, along with his companions, defends the Earth against an assortment of villains ranging from intergalactic space fighters and conquerors, unnaturally powerful androids and nearly indestructible creatures. While the original Dragon Ball anime followed Goku from his childhood into adulthood, Dragon Ball Z is a continuation of his adult life, but at the same time parallels the maturation of his sons, Gohan and Goten, as well as the evolution of his rivals Piccolo and Vegeta from enemies into allies. Dragon Ball Z is epic. No doubt this is one of the most popular series that helped spread the art of anime in the world. Naruto Shippuden is a continuation of the original animated TV series Naruto. The story revolves around an older and slightly more matured Uzumaki Naruto and his quest to save his friend Uchiha Sasuke from the grips of the snake-like shinobi, or Orochimaru. Although the series has not completely ended yet, the character development was brilliant, and the plot was very smooth. Until fillers started to corrupt the social structure of this series. It is set in a world where humanity lives in cities surrounded by enormous walls, a defense against the Titans, gigantic humanoids that eat humans seemingly without reason. This is fantastic on many levels: the story, art, and atmosphere. The basic premise of mindless giants that eat people sounds ho-hum on paper, but watching it gives a much different feeling. As an audience, we don't know a whole lot more than the characters, so the emotional impact of twists and turns mirrors the character development. And believe me, there are twists and turns you probably won't expect. Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood is a 2009 adventure, science fantasy anime adaptation of the Fullmetal Alchemist manga. It follows the Elric brothers in their quest to find a way to change their bodies back to normal after performing a failed alchemical transmutation to bring their mother back from the dead. The story continues as the two boys do everything they can to discover the Philosopher's Stone, and discover some dark and horrible truths about the country they live in, as well as the very nature of alchemy itself. This is the anime that the current generation of anime fans holds above all others as the greatest single anime ever made. The story follows Light Yagami, a high school student who discovers a supernatural notebook from a Shinigami named Druk, that grants its user the ability to kill anyone whose name and face he knows. The series centers around Light's attempts to create and rule a world cleansed of evil as God using the notebook, and the efforts of a detective known as Al to stop him. Is it right to kill individuals who have done wrong, and will do wrong again? Can they be reformed? Death Note presents the viewers with questions which cannot be easily answered. Death Note, one of the most well-known anime worldwide and highly ranked.